feel sick. This can't be happening.
Just 2 more weeks and I'll finally have enough.
Where are you going?
I feel like I can finally breathe again. Thank you.
I don't know how you did it.
Discipline. Don't spend credits you don't have.
Good for you.
You're right. I'll see what I can do. You're a literal lifesaver. Take this.
Howdy. Hey.
Powder. You here for commerce? Or another bored tourist?
Okay, hello.
Some rules. If there's one place there's some law and order in this town, it's here. Don't even think about stealing anything. No haggling. The price is the price. And might be some other rules. Don't be an ass. Then we won't have any problems. If you need weapons, the best defense is the only place in town. You may be thinking this place is a dump, but the hardware isn't. Lots of customers pass through. We got something for everyone. There ain't any handouts here. You need to protect what's yours. But if you do, you can be your own person. I'll take that over being a corporate drone any day of the week. A lot of my business is with travelers. Hopetown's the only patch of civilization anywhere near here. So I have to stock things that hit a little bit harder than home defense. What are you looking for?
Payday is always a good day.
Pirate Akeem is immune to laser pistols.
I hit you! That's no fair!
The selection here is quite good.
You can't dodge a laser. It like, travels...
I like it here. Very few rules. People know how to look the other way. And so many strangers coming and going all the time. A good place for business. Do you agree? Discretion is a trait I highly value. I have a small package that needs delivery to Aquila City. I need someone discreet. Not too many questions. Does it matter? Truly? I know little about you, you know little about me. This is the way I like it. Speak your mind. I mean, it might be okay. Yeah, I remember now. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. If you must know, let's just say the Trade Authority fully approves of this endeavor. I will say no more than that. Illegal is a strong word. Here in Hopetown, I have taken care of things. In Aquila City, a much different story. I ask you, should smuggling really be a crime?
I wish I could go with you on your ship, but I'm not old enough.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Smugglers always like to use Hope-Tech ships to resemble legitimate transports. I wonder how the company feels about that.
You made it. Those outlaws didn't give you too much trouble, I trust? I can walk, talk, and breathe without too much pain. That's good enough for me. I'm sure they didn't want to die any more than you did. It's a pointless and stupid waste of life, but they brought it on themselves. You've got good timing. A courier just came in from Aquila. The Marshal sends his regards along with a briefing on your case. I was surprised as hell to learn about the starship theft. Nobody said a word to me about it. Anyway, Mr. Hope can see us whenever you're ready. If you need to take a little time first, feel free. No, and I can't get answers as to why not. I'm sure Mr. Hope has his reasons. His office is upstairs. He's in a meeting, but it should be wrapping up. Come on.
I have never liked Hope Tech ships, though I suppose that is hardly the point of them.
Romeo isn't just the founder and president of Hope Tech. He's on the Council of Governors. The Council oversees the Freestar Rangers, so don't rile him up. I've spent a long time trying to build a good relationship with Hope. He comes on a little strong, but there's a lot to admire.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Everything you see
You can't
around you,
protect your own.
he built.
You don't belong here.
Pretty much everyone in this town owes him for their livelihood. Can't begin to imagine the kind of pressure that must put on someone. All I'm saying is, try to show a little respect. All the way up. Is it just me, or does every executive in the settled systems have an office on the top floor? I guess being above everyone makes them feel like they're, well, above everyone.
You'd be dust except for the factory.
As for parts, we could try outsourcing. Do a contract with scavengers, maybe, but that's a decision that's got to be made upstairs.
Well, talk to Elaine about the scavengers. It's not a bad idea, provided we get a good deal. And I don't mean a fair deal. I mean a good deal. Remember, it's not just our bottom line that matters. We're also responsible for the welfare of everyone in the factory. We look out for our people here, Bridget. That's a point of great personal pride.
Excuse me, Mr. Hope?
Well now, the Freestar Rangers. At last! Ah, Dan, good to see you. I think we're done here, Bridget.
Yes, sir.
This is the deputy I told you about.
Splendid. Splendid! It's a noble calling, being a Freestar Ranger. We certainly could use more of you. Let's get down to it, shall we? Time is money. I'm sure I don't have to tell you what an outrage it is to have a ship stolen right out of the factory. Justice must be done, and the sooner the better. That's good news. I'll send my people over to bring it home. Of course, that doesn't mean your work is done. I want the thief found and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I'm sure I don't need to remind you of my position on the Council of Governors. Then, I trust that you know what I expect of you. Now, tell me that you've at least got a lead of some kind. Perhaps I expected too much. You are just a deputy, after all. Well, I'm not sure I can be much help, but I'll answer whatever questions I can. No, nothing at all. It was just a standard Hope Tech cargo hauler. Not that it didn't have great value, mind you. Hope Tech builds some of the most durable and reliable starships in the settled systems. Now, you can bet my ships last twice as long as anything Stroud Eklund makes. We questioned everyone who was in the building when it happened, and not one person seems to have seen anything at all. Frankly, I think that's both highly unlikely and more than a little suspicious. However, I can't deny there are times when the hangar is empty, so it's not inconceivable the thief could have slipped in unseen. What? Nonsense! We vet our people thoroughly here. Hope Tech holds its employees to the very highest standards. Nevertheless, I suppose I could have Cosette conduct a thorough personnel review. Rest assured, if we turn up any evidence that one of our people was an accomplice, I'll let you know. Because I told them not to. If word got out, it would do irreparable harm to our image. I'm in fierce competition with other starship manufacturers. Any sign of weakness could be fatal. What's more, every starship thief in the settled systems would likely flock to Hopetown and start planning the next heist. Very well. I need you to understand something, Deputy. This town is home to men, women, and children who depend on Hope Tech for a living. I provide jobs that put food on their tables and a roof over their heads. It's a responsibility that I take very seriously. If word gets out about the stolen ship, my investors will lose trust, and my workers will pay the price. I can't allow that.
If more people know about the theft, your chances of learning something useful will improve. Someone might have seen the thief and could identify them.
I considered that, but in the end, I deemed it too great a risk. I've chosen to place my faith in the Freestar Rangers instead. I hope so.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mr. Hope, but there's been a development.
Not now, Cosette. I'm in the middle of something.
But sir, we have new information. I've just received a report that the stolen ship was seen landing at Neon just after the theft.
A breakthrough at last. Well, Deputy, it sounds like you'll be heading to Neon, which means I can get back to work. Remember what we discussed. My people are depending on you.
Hey, can I get a word? That wasn't as helpful as it could have been. Still, at least you know where to pick up the trail. Yeah, me too. So, guess you're headed for Neon. There's a ranger stationed there. Name's Jalen Price. He's a little different than the rest of us. But Neon's a different kind of place. He's what I'd call a pragmatist. He sees things for what they are. He's also well connected, which means a lot on Neon. You should listen to what he tells you. It'll keep you out of trouble. Well, we could talk for an hour about that. The short version would be that crime, law, and justice don't exactly mean the same things there. The badge doesn't carry the same weight on Neon, so you might have to get creative. He should be able to help you out. Well, we've both got work to do. It was good to meet you, Deputy. Thanks again for helping me out up there. I'll be taking it easy for a couple of days. Need time to heal up. Then, I need to get back up there and keep an eye out for more pirates. I'm hoping to track one of their ships so I can find their hideout. Guess we could both use a little luck, huh? Yeah, the question of who helped the starship thief is still an open one. Don't you worry. I'll keep an ear to the ground. You be careful in Neon.
Off-worlders. Nothing good ever comes from them.
Enjoy your visit to Hope Tech. If you'll excuse me, I am on duty. Mr. Hope is a vital part of not only Polvo, but of the entire Freestar.
I fear for whoever gets between a ranger and their quarry. Do you mind? I'm a very busy man.
How's the grav drive coming?
Well, we got delayed. The storm pushed the delivery timetable. We should be...
Do I look like I want your damned excuses? Tell me how we're hitting the schedule.
We could pull a double shift. The workers are tired, but they should hold.
Good. Do it. Remind them it's overtime pay plus a bump for hitting the timetable. That should keep them on track. You missed the tour? Yeah, this is where it happens. Listen, I ain't exactly customer-facing, so just go on your way and neither of us will get in trouble. I don't have time for niceties or damned manners. I know one thing, how to ride these blockheads until we make something good. You better believe it. Keeping these louts in line takes a lot more than two hands. No, this is a Ron Hope joint, and you'd be wise to remember that. Mr. Hope built all of this, made this whole area more than some 2-credit aggro plot. If you want to ask questions, make it quick. We got a tight delivery coming up. Every rivet, every piece of plating goes through my team. If you've got a Hope Tech ship, it means I've crawled through every inch of her at least once. This ain't no highfalutin New Atlantis desk job where everyone gets their after-bleeding noon tea. This is Polvo. We work for a living. If you think this is tough, you try farming in the tundra. Believe me, these blockheads got it good. Polvo was just some nowhere dead-ender until Ron Hope had a dream. Let's build sturdy, dependable ships. No nonsense, none of that damn Tayo glitz and glamour. Just a ship that flies right and will get you where you need going. Ron Hope's a goddamned hero. Yeah, bye already.
Yes? Yes, what?
How can I direct you? Our motto is, "They're trucks in space." Really, you need to hear Mr. Hope say it. Do you need anything? If you have an appointment with Ron Hope, he's on the top floor. He's very busy, so if you don't have a meeting scheduled, he may not be available. Miss Anaya can take care of you. She's to my left on this floor. Have a nice day.
Don't spring for the extended warranty. You just won't need it.
Just keep it holstered and we'll get along fine.
Welcome to Hope Tech Sales. Give me your invoice. You got the financing set up already? Some middle manager type? Like 90% of everybody I deal with. Listen, you may need to impress your boss and all, but I don't care. Let's just get this done as efficiently as possible and I'll just tell everybody how amazing you were. Oh, a potential customer, huh? Well, what you need to know about our ships is they're from stern to bow, built for reliability. Other star yards might got glitz or some weird crazy lines. With Hope Tech, you get people that care about you making that 300th freight run safely and on time. Listen, this whole system was nothing until Ron Hope came here. He gave us a purpose, a mission. Something we could be proud of. To us, this job is life. And the quality of what we make shows it. When it gets tough, pretty won't keep you alive. I'm just saying. So what are you in the market for? I worked the freight lines flying a Hope Tech ship for near a decade. Gertrude saw me through plenty of scrapes and just hard travel. Hope Tech ships will save your life. They did mine. Our motto is, "They're trucks in space." And captains pushing freight through the systems are our bread and butter. But Hope Tech builds solid. A lot of formidable scout ships and even military rigs use Hope Tech. Certainly.
You walk the factory floor? It's impressive stuff.
My company only uses Hope Tech ships. Never had a problem with them.
Oh, hello. I'm not used to people wanting to talk to me. Well, all of them. I've been with Mr. Hope since near the beginning. I think he appreciates my attention to detail and my focus on the fundamentals. Although he has been hinting that the R&D budget may dry up if I don't produce results. Oh, it's marvelous. Generally, they only care about efficiency, cost effectiveness, and reliability. Oh, sure, there are the odd complaints about comfort and lack of decent airflow, but they almost always side with the numbers. Sure, bye. Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to.
Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Excuse me.
long. You can't hope to win. Cowards.
always worth checking. Never know what you might find in my pockets. Again, who do you think will be the first to ask us questions? Mateo or Noel?
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full-time. I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware. Great, let's see. You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before? They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. Stay safe, okay?
bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this. There's certainly precedent, isn't there? We've been operating for a while now on the fringes of what humans, know and understand. Why rule anything out? I just think we should be open-minded, keep everything on the table. You could argue we've been veering into the supernatural for a while now. You yourself have powers that seem to defy logical explanation. It's the argument I have with Walter every other week. Science and reason have their place, but so does faith. We have all of them at our disposal, and I don't for 1 second believe they're mutually exclusive. Take care of yourself.
Says you're a professor? I hate it. You didn't teach math, did you? Got a call someone's power kept going out. You know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening. It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself, and some nearby portion of the city, to destruction. Now, as of yet, there has been no response, and clearly none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City. The greatest tragedy of all is that the tree never stood a chance on Aquila. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years. I'm sorry, I'll get to the point. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch. I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kassler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
Mech Horizon is a fictionalized account of a mech pilot whose dizzying career.
The Embassy District is a controversial place. 3 bickering houses all on the same street. Diplomacy will never die. The question is, will it be used in good faith? I used to work in interstellar affairs before I was dismissed due to some of the differences I had with management. But I am not retired, not by a long shot. After all, I can do more when detached from the strings of bureaucracy. I do a lot of reading and take walks through the district. We don't have trees like this on the other systems. There's a calming presence about them, but that belies their inner strength. After all, neither you nor I could pull out the roots of a tree on our own. For while there is beauty above, everything that matters happens under the surface. It's grand, isn't it? A testament to humanity's ability to compromise and cooperate. Let's be honest. The treaty is nothing more than a carefully crafted artifice. If it's a testament to anything, it's mankind's ability to lie to itself. Sadly, yes. The war with the Freestar Collective hasn't ended. The director has merely called for an intermission and the audience has departed to the lobby. But behind the curtain, stagehands at mast are busy preparing for the next act. Excellent. I do have something you can help me with. In my spare time, I like to collect plants. The rarer, the better, especially from Earth. One of my prized collections is an olive seed. I'd like you to plant this seed in the atrium, so that it may grow and be a symbol for peace. A lone olive tree growing in this garden of alien life would send a message. People might interpret it as a message from God, and truth be told, I'm counting on that to happen. Some might call it manipulation, but I like to think we're helping people choose what they need, rather than what they want. Incidentally, I did try, but the god had other ideas. Bad ideas, I'm sure, involving more bruises than I was willing to endure. But if you are the sneaky type, perhaps you can do it undetected. Thank you. I'll have a reward for you when you return.
Holy shit! Woo!
Nice suit.
I
Can't get enough of all the trees around here. Gorgeous weather today, huh?
I'm a morning person. Just a regular ball of sun. Spite fuels me. See ya.
Hi there. Welcome to Terra Brew. How can I help you?
Ranger?
I am glad there is still a reliable source of news in the settled systems, though it often travels significantly slower than light.
My source? You have another story for me? Next time, then.
Did you need something?
Ah, yes, we are.
Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and...
care who you work for. You can't just... Oh, you're the rookie, aren't you? The one and only. Well, the Marshal's message said you were following a lead about a stolen ship. Truth is, a lot of stolen goods flow through here, but this city is real good at keeping its secrets, even from us. Yeah, about that. This isn't Aquila City. The badge doesn't carry the same weight here. The people who run this place aren't overly concerned about the law. Our job is to keep the peace, make sure the violence doesn't get out of hand. The last thing anyone around here wants is some hotshot deputy looking in every dark corner.
You should take his words to heart.
That would be Benjamin Bayou. He's out to squeeze every credit he can from the people of this city. He doesn't much care who gets hurt in the process. He's also got a seat on the Council of Governors, which proves that if you've got enough credits, you can buy anything you want. Good.
Consider whether your obligation to the Rangers outweighs whatever may usually pass for justice in Neon.
Your stolen ship would have had to land at the spaceport. If it was right off the factory floor, it would have stood out. There's a guy I know, Billy Clayton, does maintenance work around the city and keeps an eye on ship traffic for me. I'll introduce you, but don't expect a favor. Even if it doesn't cost credits, nothing in Neon is free. Believe it or not, yeah, it was. My mother's an executive with Ryujin, so I grew up here. I volunteered for this post as much to keep the other Rangers out of trouble as any other reason. If some hotshot rookie took this job and started flashing the badge everywhere, it wouldn't end well. Nah, I've got friends in high places, so to speak. I'm the son of a Ryujin Industries executive. Maybe you've heard of her? Name's Alexis Price. There's a sort of fragile peace here in Neon. It's better for everyone if the syndicates and the corporations coexist with minimum friction. Stay out of people's business until you can. Be willing to let the small stuff slide. Don't break up a fight unless it's getting out of hand. Most of all, don't assume that badge will protect you. Of course, Neon's full of desperate people who have nowhere else to turn. For some, it's the drugs. For others, it's gambling. There are a lot of ways to lose everything in this city. My rule is simple. If someone brought it on themselves, then I don't get involved. Rangers are supposed to exercise good judgment. I'm one person here. I can't help everybody. The best I can do is try to protect the ones who are innocent. And believe me, it's a full-time job. This is Neon. There are no guarantees, and who I find trustworthy changes on a daily basis. Talk to them or don't. It's your call. Come on. Was pretty impressive how you volunteered to help out with the bank heist in Aquila City. Yeah, I read all the reports. You learn quickly that in Neon, staying informed and staying alive are closely linked. What stood out to me was that you didn't lose a single hostage. No wonder the Marshal tried to recruit you right away. If he hadn't, it would have made him look like a fool, having some random stranger step in and do the job he couldn't. Now, if someone tried to hold up a bank here, they... But you understand that, don't you? That's why you just told me that you won't cause trouble. Keep that in mind, and you'll fit right in.
An old Earth book the other day. Swear to God, and it wasn't even Dickens.
It might be worth a ton of credits to somebody.
I know, right?
Hey, Billy, you got a second?
What? Oh, it's you. Gave me a good scare. I thought you were one of Goodman's people.
Check. Far from it. Our new deputy here is working a case, and I thought you might be able to help. Take it away, rookie.
What do you need? Hey, take it easy, will you?
Take it down a notch, rookie. That's a valuable informant you're talking to. Go on, Billy. Tell us what you know.
Well, here's the thing. Neon's got no end of shipjackers. I see them come and go every day. It's tough for a guy to remember one from the other. Know what I mean?
Everything in Neon has a price.
Yeah, well, I'm one of them. I can help you, but right now my life is in danger, and I haven't even done anything wrong. Freestar Rangers are supposed to protect the innocent, right? Then you need to hear this. It's about my brother. He died while still in debt to a syndicate loan shark by the name of Emmett Goodman. Now, Goodman's coming after me to collect. He says if I don't pay up, I'm a dead man.
An all too familiar story in this city.
Yeah, but I never thought I'd be part of one of those stories. Did my best to stay out of trouble, but... found me anyway. I swear it on my best set of wrenches. Goodman's holed up in one of the warehouses on Epside. Place is locked up tight, but there's a guard who watches the door, and he's got the key.
I'll stay with Billy in case Goodman's men come to collect. They're not stupid enough to tangle with me.
I tell you, coffee is the only thing that gets me through the day. I've been lost without coffee.
Come on. Our world's to conquer. Yes, you need me.
kind of busy right now.
누구예요? I finally saved up enough. I'm getting a Deimos.